Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the music that dropped this week. Obviously I did a separate review for Ken Carson's album X, so we're not going to be talking about that one. That one was too important for it to be thrown in. It's kind of excluded. We still had a decent amount of other records come out, so that is actually quite exciting. And I'm going to try to hurry kind of because I'm going to be playing on Twitch. I already streamed Fortnite for damn near 4 hours earlier. It was fun. I grinded a lot of XP. I got a lot of stuff done in the game. I'm definitely getting back into it. My friends are definitely getting me back into it. It's a pretty fun game. It's a fun time. But obviously every week music comes out every Friday for people to enjoy their weekends with. Listening to new music, yeah, we got a pretty good selection of new tracks. A decent amount of rappers and stuff are coming out of hiding and dropping new records, getting with the album rollouts. Kid Cudi pretty much started his album rollout right now. I mean, even though you don't want to say it, here in a couple months we're going to be getting the new Kid Cudi album, and he starts us off with, the Boy Who Flew to the Moon Volume 1 an album. This is his greatest hits compilation. I don't think Kid Cudi has made a greatest hits compilation album before. This is his first time. I think he's kind of getting to that point in his career where he can kind of go ahead and start doing stuff like this, pulling an Eminem, getting like the Curtain Call album out. Eminem made a Curtain Call album like 5-6 years into his career, so it's interesting. Kid Cudi's been doing this for 13 years or so. Yeah, The Boy Who Flew to the Moon Volume 1, there are his good songs, Day and Night, Pursuit of Happiness, Mr. Rager, Speeding Bullets to Heaven, Tequila Shot, Sad People, September 16th. But what most people were enthusiastic about was what we thought was going to be a forever unreleased track from him, finally new. And I say New Music Friday. I'm not going to talk about the other tracks in the project. Most of them we are quite familiar with. Some of his better records, obviously. There's a decent amount of these that I haven't listened to before. I'm not the diehard Kid Cudi fan. I'll definitely appreciate him when he comes out with records. I will listen to Intergalactic when it comes out later this year. But for now, we are settling with a new track called Love, pretty much a single from him, kind of making his first new appearance of the year, pretty much. Well, he had a couple of other singles. Let's see. He had a couple of other singles. I'm wrong on that. Do What I Want, Stars in the Sky, Want It Bad. He's made a couple of appearances. The Talk About Me song. He's made his appearance this year, but this is his first solo effort of the year. I guess Do What I Want. Oh, Do What I Want's a single off of Intergalactic. I don't know what I'm talking about. That song came out not too long ago, but this love song, it is kind of overplayed. It's overhyped. I didn't get the hype when it first came out because people kind of ruined it on TikTok and whatnot. That platform is good at doing that. I'm not going to lie to you. So when it came out, I wasn't as excited about it, sadly, which really sucks. Like, I wanted to be super duper excited that it came out, but it was just alright to me. It's a very long and doling track, and I don't mind long tracks, but if it's the same hook, repetitive, over and over, I'm not going to listen to the full 5 minutes. You get me? With that note, we should probably move on. Ken Carson dropped his album. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to get into Brent Faiyaz because he dropped a brand new album called Wasteland. The album that all of the R&B and soul fans were waiting for. Brent Faiyaz delivers with Wasteland here. We did a listening party. He comes in very menacing with a villain's theme. There's definitely a couple bangers on here. Loose Change is a good song. The interludes, the skits, they really add a lot. Some rappers put skits and stuff on their albums and they don't really add too much value to the record. But in Brent Faiyaz's case, man, he did a good job with these skits. He did a lot of detailing, his toxic relationships. What a toxic, masculine person would look like in a relationship, kind of highlighting that, It's cool and all, you're pregnant, you got a girl, you got a baby girl that I made you pregnant with. Fuck you, I'm gonna leave you there. You flew me out to LA, I don't care, you can just stay at my house. It's those type of things. Some of the singles that came out, Gravity with Tyler the Creator is phenomenal. Price of Fame, it gets kind of boring, but it definitely has its role with this album. Wasting Time with Drake, and who else was it? It was a producer on here, I believe. Who was on this record? I cannot remember. The Neptunes, yeah, that's right. You know, this song didn't really do much for me when it first came out. I mean, it's alright. It's a Drake feature. It's cool that you have a Drake feature on your album. Dead Man Walking is fucking unbelievable. But to be honest with you, the rest of the album sounds nothing like Dead Man Walking. I mean, there's not really any vibes that fit most of the singles on here. I don't know why. I think it's a good thing to kind of have variety in your album. But if it's going to be like an R&B soul record, I feel like you should definitely kind of stay consistent to a sound. Jackie Brown's a good song. Addictions is pretty fantastic. There's a lot of good songs in here. You just got to kind of go through and listen to it. If you want, you can go watch my VOD for my stream. It probably got taken down because of the copyrighted audio, but it was all worth it for the fans. I did a listening party for that. But that's Wasteland by Brent Faiyaz, kind of a rundown here. Fans of Brent Faiyaz love him for his shameless toxicity, and on his second album, he leans all the way into that, opening with a collage of clips that address his reputation and the proliferation of the term toxic. Villain's theme, he sets out on a quest in search of honesty, and answers the question, what purpose do your vices serve in your life? That tension between vice and intent, between love and a lifestyle that actively discourages it, is immediately introduced on Loose Change and snakes its way through the album. 3 skits at the beginning, middle, and end provide an underlying narrative of baby mama drama and betrayal that culminates in a devastating turn of events. It's all fun and games until people get hurt, but the cost can't be known until it's known, and so Faiyaz barrels through romantic oblivion. All his sweet talk comes affixed with disclaimers on all mine. He tries to get his girl back despite the fact that she may not be available. Wasting Time, which features fellow Toxic King Drake, doesn't even try to hide its here for a good time, not a long time attitude, while the album's centerpiece, an apologetic ballad titled Rolling Stone, could also double as its mission statement. But to only appreciate the persona of the music is to miss the atmospheric details that give it shape. His producer choices, the expansive sweet creep of Price of Fame, or the anthemic swirl of Gravity, or the plotting drama of Role Model, help to keep listeners off balance and cultivate an air of mystery that furthers the impact of his lyrics and brings the Lothario to life. It becomes difficult to tell where the line between fantasy and reality exists, whether this is a character or Faiyaz himself. One thing is certain, though, it's impossible to turn away repulsive and alluring at once like the best toxic relationships are. But yeah, that's that. Tyga came out with a very goofy song. I don't even know if I want to really discuss this that much. It's called A Caramba. I appreciate Tyga at times. He's having fun. But the video, the album art, everything that kind of goes with this song is really weird. It's really cringy. I kind of like the creativity of the music video. The dance, commercial. It kind of brings back this nostalgic thing. I don't really want to talk about it, though. I think we should move on. Chris Brown dropped a deluxe. And listen, I can appreciate Chris Brown for what he's done in the past, but ever since the whole abusing women thing happened, I've lost respect for him, and not only that, he's definitely fallen off the map, not dropping music like he has before. He's a very forgettable artist on this project. I mean, if it wasn't for Anderson .Paak, I wouldn't even be listening to the deluxe edition. I was going to check out the DeVito feature. Anderson .Paak is the only guy on the deluxe version that really caught my eye. I listened to it. It was cool, but again, I was kind of zoned out when I was listening to it, so maybe it's unfair to rip through it right away. I don't know, but Chris Brown delivers a deluxe for his fans. If you're a fan of him, good. I mean, I praise you for it, but highly collaborative. I mean, he wants to call himself super talented. I watched his Drink Champs episode actually on stream. And if you guys aren't followed Jesus TV Live on Twitch, all lowercase, we're going to do video games for tonight. But tomorrow night, we're probably going to do reactions. I'm probably not going to play any games tomorrow night. But, yeah. I don't have anything much else to say about that one. West Side Gun dropped an album. This was pretty interesting. Peace Fly God. I mean, I've always really appreciated West Side Gun's music. I've always really appreciated Griselda's music. You know, they bring this coke rap, underground sound. You know, it's always nice to listen to. You know, West Side Gun's cadences. He's always so entertaining to listen to on a track. This album didn't quite click, though. I don't know. They drop a lot of projects in the year, and they possibly do this so one of them has to succeed. Which, for West Side Gun, the last album I really liked from this guy came out 2 years ago, and it was Pray for Paris. You know, I didn't really get the hype on any of his other albums that came from here to Peace Fly God. But shout out to Annabelle Klein on TikTok. She is a music TikToker that I follow. You know, I'm pretty much indulged in the music community on TikTok. She made it on his Instagram story. I think that's fantastic. You know, West Side Gun showing a lot of love to people throughout this album rollout as well. You know, Kodak Black and him putting artists on the map. I thought that was cool. He posted stuff like that on his Instagram. A lot of cinematic stuff on here, and I'm all for it. You know, he used the Cursing Pastor that was from Freddie Gibbs' album. I don't know what that sample is from. The Cussing Pastor. I need to look that up. The Cussing Pastor. Hold on. Used on Freddie Gibbs' album. The ninth, you know, it ends with an unorthodox sermon from a Memphis pastor by the name of Thaddeus Matthews. Profane speech. Yeah, Thaddeus Matthews. That same guy that was on Bandana from Freddie Gibbs was on this album. So that was definitely a cool touch. A lot of cool. There's some very lengthy tracks, but yeah. Let's see what else we got here. 5U4 and Kid Laroi possibly with the most hyped up release of the week, not the year. Paris to Tokyo. You know, there was so much promo put into this. I give a lot of credit to their marketing team. My God, did they kill it with this one? Videos after videos, commercials after commercials, pushing it down our throats. You know, the generic drill sample. It worked out here. I mean, I really like the music video. Mainly, I just thought the music video was cool. But shout out to West Side Gun and the Kid Laroi here because they give us a very unorthodox collab. I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, it's not really that much content-wise. Joey Badass brings us another single from this album. This album will be coming out a week from this Friday, so buckle your seatbelts. We are getting a Joey Badass album next week, and I am pretty damn excited for it. You know, 2000, the sequel to 1999. You know, as you guys know, if you're a real Joey Badass fan and you followed him for years and years, you know that Capital Steez was a very close friend of his. Him passing away, you know, Joey Badass had to give him his flowers, pay his respects, pay homage to the guy. Very big part of his career, very good friends, very close relationship. Making this song Survival's Guild, yeah, I mean, I think he named it kind of after Survival Tactics and then Survivor's Guild. It's kind of sad. It's really cool. I think Capital Steez had like a monologue to himself on the song. Excuse me, my goodness. But yeah, Joey Badass, pretty decent song. NLE Choppa drops a new song in the UK. It's a drill beat, you know. NLE Choppa's just throwing these super random ass type of songs. You know, he brings us R&B one week, the other week it's. Sorry, I'm shaking my chair because I'm just like simulating myself. I don't know. It's a forgettable drill track though. I'm not gonna lie. Music anymore is just meh. You know, Murder Beats made a song with Quavo, J Balvin, Pharrell Williams. This was kind of cool. It was kind of like a Latin, dancey hip hop track. You know, kind of the sound that J Balvin had a lot of influence on this track. It's kind of the sound he's been tapping into for a while. It's okay. I mean, again, nothing too crazy. Hot Boy made a track with Kodak Black. I thought that was pretty cool. Hot Boy's kind of on the coming up, and I think this song was pretty decent. Kodak Black's been associated with great artists this year, so for Hot Boy to get a Kodak Black feature, I think that was pretty fantastic. Shout out to him. He's going viral. Kodak took notice and got on his side. Now this next song, you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised at how good this song is, because we're talking about YB and Namir. YB and Namir provides a brand new single called Bows, and yeah, you guys are thinking, isn't that the same guy that made Soul Train? Isn't that guy the same guy that made one of the shittiest albums of 2020, I think it was the year? You're right, he did do all those things, but he brings a trappy, very like Chief Keef like banger on this one. I really enjoyed this. I really like the sound from YB and Namir. We need the gangsta talk. We need the I'ma fuck you up sounds. We need that. We love it. We love the aggression. We don't like singing about girls and stuff from YB and Namir. We need the aggression. We need that. I mean, OG YB and Namir would be so proud of him for making a track like this. But let's move on. We have Yo Gotti, Moneybagg Yo, and 42 Dugg with ESTG, Mozzie, Black Youngsta. The whole CMG label dropping a posse cut called Steppas. CMG has been going up as a label, and they dropped a brand new single. It was pretty cool. Again, what can I say about it? It is really cool. 42 Dugg having a fantastic year, and his year is not stopping now. He's probably about to have some fantastic verses on this up-and-coming CMG album that I think we're getting this Friday. So, yeah, be excited. Be very, very excited. You know what I just realized is Lil Baby is probably going to drop next week. I'm not going to lie. He probably will. But anyways, SSG Kobe brings us with an EP, Snooze Fest, kind of. I don't like hating on SSG Kobe. I think he's a pretty good artist. He came out of the underground. He's kind of making a little more mainstream stuff ever since MIA, ever since the Cole Bennett Lyrical Lemonade collab. That's the cosign you really need, man. This EP's a snooze fest. I mean, if you need something to listen to from SSG Kobe, if you're a fan of him, that's fine. But, I don't know, man. I kind of want to get through this video. Anyways, Burna Boy dropping a brand new album, Love Domini. Burna Boy's been going crazy. It's a worldwide album. It's got all sorts of cultural influences on it. You got some pretty interesting features. Popcorn from Popcorn with the Drake fame. Kalani and Blast were on a song. That was a good song. I mean, Ed Sheeran's on this thing, J Balvin, Khaled's on this album, just people from all over the world. I mean, wow, it's kind of crazy. All these guys came together to make a record, and it's actually pretty decent. I've actually seen a couple of people on YouTube give some praise to it, and it's honestly still underrated. I think it's a pretty solid album. If you want to just vibe out, if you want to sit back in your chair, if you're on vacation, sitting at a tropical beach somewhere, my God, would this hit? I mean, yeah. It just sounds like that, K-Camp dropping a new song, Holy Spirit. He was supposed to drop this last week, but unfortunately he did it. But here he is. He brings in, and it's actually a really good track. One of the stronger tracks dropped all week. I think K-Camp definitely did his thing on this one. Shout out to him. I don't know what else to say. That is that. It's pretty solid. Shorty dropping a song, Body Language. It was cool. It definitely sticks to the Shorty agenda, the sound. Whatever. D3 Season had a brand new EP. I think he is signed to YG's label 400, which is cool. I respect him. He's got some pretty good features on here. He's got E40, he's got OGZ, Frito Bang, YG, Mozzie, all together on a 7-track project. It's pretty good. Red Rags is solid. Drip is okay. It's definitely a West Coast classic. He is very West Coast. If you don't know who D3 Season is, he is very West Coast. This is kind of some of my first experiences listening to him. But yeah, D3 Season. Oh my goodness. I just accidentally got off their thing. Let me see here. Hold on one second. I think the last thing we're going to talk about is Bada TD. Oh, PGF Nook as well. But Bada TD, drill project pretty much, with Gangsta Grills. It's a Gangsta Grills tape with DJ Drama. I mean, we got Ron Suno and Dusty Locane. Like, some pretty generic trap features, but we got them on there. I guess it's solid. Put in Work is a good song. Moonwalking is a good song. The 2 tracks with the features are pretty solid. You know, DJ Drama on every album. He's been on these Gangsta Grills albums. He's made his presence known, man. And he does no different here. PGF Nook. I need to get this video out the way. My God. PGF Nook. Switch Music. You got G Herbo. ESTG. Big 30. Polo G. And G Herbo again. You know, the What Up is kind of what put him on the map, and G Herbo hopped on the remix. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I mean, PGF Nook, okay. I mean, he's a Chicago rapper. I can respect that for sure. I live about 4 hours from there, so that's one of the bigger cities for rap near me. So I guess that's cool. But I'm gonna be on Twitch in a